analysts have a hell of a lot of trouble trying to pick the number. 528,000 was just absolutely showtime. So what do you say? Are they in recession? If you're looking at that sort of number, it's, everyone's scratching their head. But yeah, overall momentum for equity markets has been strong, and we've had a very strong recovery since June. So maybe it all ratchets up from here.
Yeah, so be hard pressed to say that the US economy is in recession with those sort of numbers, wouldn't you? But well, mind you,
It
it
would
is looking
be.
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes, it is hard. I mean, that's why you scratch your head. So the analysts were coming out there. Many people thought it might even be in, the 100,000 band to 200,000, but 528 was just absolutely on fire. But we have got a big week. July numbers, I'm looking at China coming out with inflation on Wednesday and the US. So, and then we've got Singapore Q2 GDP numbers out on Wednesday. So it'll be interesting across that Asia sector and what we experience worldwide with the US and the inflation story. Is it coming back, or is it still increasing?
So, given the strength in the jobs market in the US, no surprise then that bets for another aggressive rate hike by the Fed is on the cards, likely to go 75 basis points. That's what the market is saying at the next meeting in September. And as a result, we also saw those bond yields move higher along with the US dollar.
Absolutely, yeah. US dollar, Andrew, we're at 106.50, 106.60. So it's been bid up, and we saw it down to that 105 number. So it's been very volatile over the last couple of weeks. And now it seems to be a little bit further upward trend. And as you said, if you hit that 75, that's where the flight to capital and flight to, a higher interest rate. We're not putting money in Japan or Switzerland. They're moving it to the States. And that's really forcing that dollar higher from here.
How are you seeing the Aussie travelling at the moment then?
It seems to be very much range bound. We had good numbers come out of China yesterday. They were fairly strong. But, Aussie's still sitting at that 69 handle. It can't seem to break that 69, 50, 70 sort of number. So we'll just have to see where the week takes us, and it'll never short of surprises trading the Aussie, Andrew. There's always something happening with it, and that's why it's so hotly contested as one of the top contenders for all traders globally.
Yep, they love it if you've got those significant price movements.
Yes.
Pete, meanwhile, what are you seeing as far as the pound is concerned? Of course, off the back of we knew that the rates, that the central bank there was going to hike rates, the Bank of England,
Yes.
but it was that forecast for a recession and an entrenched one at that.
Absolutely. You got the preliminary GDP data for the second quarter we released on Friday for the POMs, and you've still got that 120, 121 sort of handle for the pound, though I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back a little bit from here because that US dollar may be in an upward trajectory. And then we've got Bank of England, as we know, last week projected a contraction of 0.2% for the quarter, even as it raised rates. So, the overall theme out of the UK is one of weakness, and we'll just have to see how this summer period, August and September, drop, and we'll have probably better numbers by October to look at.
Yep. Pete, what are you seeing in the oil market at the moment? Of course, that jobs number out of the US did push the price higher, but then you look at global concerns about recession, which is a bit of a handbrake as well. So where do you see the oil price going from here?
Well, Andrew, I mean, demand destruction. You're looking at WTI sitting at $88, so it's well back. Brent at 94. So they've had very strong, push down from over the last week or two, or last week. And it's been a trader's delight just shorting oil. So is it going to continue? I think probably might be just whipsawing from here. And, those $1, $2, $3 moves each session, again, from a trading point, a wonderful. From a consumer point, we'd want to see cheaper fuel. And I think we've just got to sit down and look at the overall, what OPEC Plus is doing geopolitically and all of those sort of themes. So maybe we see softer from here, Andrew.